Hello, good evening, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to some pretty Baltic conditions. It's probably what, 1 degree, something like that. Definitely below zero, the wind chill, though it's the coldest. I thought we were getting a bite there. Coldest conditions I've fished in for quite a long time. There is actually snow on the ground, so we've had a little bit of a drive pretty far away from where we live tonight. I'm with Sam tonight, so we've headed south down the coast. Never fished this mark before, but we'll just give it a crack. Cliff fishing's not really the sort of thing we do, but we'll see how it goes. First chuck, Sam's just had a cod. It's probably what, 2.5, something like that?
2.5,
yeah,
maybe 3.
Yeah, nice plump fish, lovely eating size. There it is. And absolutely no danger of going off because it's up, because it's freezing cold, so ideal. But usual tactics, pulley rigs, fairly heavy duty. We're both using a Comp SS. Are you using a spin fisher?
Aye, spin fisher.
Aye. And what braids on that?
I think it's £80.
£80.
Aye.
Yeah. I've got the usual Saragossa, £80 whiplash, and we're both using wings, bit of carton. I've got a bit of squid as well, so yeah, not a bad start considering I've had a few nibbles, but I've got a feeling my bait's probably being robbed, so I'm going to get this in, change it, and get another one fired out, so hopefully we'll come back to you with another fish. Baits, as I say, usual. This is a squid, bit of wing, coral stick. I'm just using that little shepherd's crook baiting tool just to lash it on. Hooks that I'm definitely settled on, 5/0 mustard ring chinook, and that is accompanied with a 6/0 mustard demon circle in the fine gauge. And what I'm finding is that I was using 4/0 Aberdeen Vikings, which do bend. I was a bit concerned that these chinooks wouldn't, but I did notice when I pulled out with snag the other day, they do have a bit of give in them, so that's just kind of sort of reaffirmed my decision to use them. So I'm just wrapping that around twice, getting that circle right through the top of the bait. The circle's mainly, I mean, you will catch fish on it, but it's also act as a bait stop as well. So nice big chunky scenty bait. I'll give that 20-25 minutes or so, and luckily tonight, because it's only about 1 degree, it's barely thawing out, which is good. So £60 hook length, power swivel, £80 rig body, Aero, Trident Aero pulley. I've got a combination of 6 and getting a bite here, right? 6 and 7 ounce sinkers. I'm just going to go and tend to that and hopefully get a fish. Cooley, not a bad one to be fair, but not what we're after. He was only hooked in the mouth through that circle, so you go back all right. Tell you what, when that wind gets up and it catches you, it's bloody cold. I think yesterday and today probably felt the coldest of this sort of northerly weather system that we're getting. Absolutely freezing. It's nice though, it's mad how the weather can change. I mean, it's Thursday night, less than a week ago I was fishing in, at times, a jumper and a t-shirt in November. It's mad. A week later it's like absolutely layered up. The wind chill must be -4, -5, something like that. But then again, it's late November in the UK, in the north of the Atlantic, so it's to be expected, I suppose, from time to time. Sam's another fish. Definitely found the spot, like. Yeah,
Not bad.
yeah, more fish. Nice one.
About the same size, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice clean fish, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spot on.
Huh?
Well, this is getting a little bit embarrassing because now we're 2 rockland and a Coley. Sam's had 2 cod, so it's not a bad rockland to be fair, but I'm gonna have to try harder, I think. See if we can get him back.
Right, to the left there.
Right, well, Sam's had 2 casts, 2 fish. Second fish, not quite as big as the first, 2 1/4, but a little bit of an accident there. But lovely condition fish for this sea. The ones I was getting a couple of weeks ago were just like had loads of lumps on them, but these are really nice. So they'll just sit there, and then we'll get them filleted and get them eaten next week at some point. But hi, so far happy days. I'm gonna have to try and catch a cod, otherwise this is gonna be quite embarrassing. Well, after being in 2 minds about what to do, I had a chuck a slightly different spot that we were both a little bit unsure about, because there's might have been a few snags, but luckily just had a canny bite and managed to save the embarrassment rather than just Sam using Sam's fish. But managed to get myself a cod in probably what, 2.5, 2 1/4, something like that. Lovely, really nice fresh run fish, cracking condition, much better than the ones a couple of weeks ago. Really nice. He's wolfed those hooks right down, so he'll be coming home. But I'm pleased with that, because I thought I was just going to get plagued with Coleys and rockland, but managed to get one. So I think I'm going to have 1 more cast, but pleased with that. Nearly fell down there. Well, Sam's away, but after having that other cod, finally got one. I'm just gonna have to have 1 more chuck. As I said earlier, I've never fished yet, don't know this mark other than from light keeps going off. Other than from what we've looked at on Google Maps, and oh come on, man. There is a bit of a ledge down there, so I might just get 1 more chuck before it's too shallow. But you just never know, it's trial and error, isn't it? Oh come on, man, it's bloody light. You just got to keep going and see what happens. So I give up, I'll get the other light. Right, got the other light. Don't know what that's going to be like. Giving GoPro quality or lack of in the dark. But yeah, basically all I was saying was really happy with that fish. That's 4 fish. Granted, 2 of them were rockland and Coley, but Sam's got a couple of nice cod as well there. Very kindly donated them, so that's plenty of cod in the freezer. I'll get those filleted. And yeah, as I say, cliff fishing's not usually the sort of thing I do, but there's a lot to be said for it. It's definitely convenient. You're not shifting around, you're not getting sand all over, you're not having to wash waders and stuff like that down. So do I have 1 more cast? Don't know. I might see what happens with this one. It is ebbing off now, it's getting shallow all the time, so half got work tomorrow. It's 10 to 9, wind chill, it's definitely below 0, but we're just out of it here, so it's not too bad. But cracking night, the stars are amazing. So I nearly didn't come out, just because I've gone too soft at my age. I'm just not used to fishing when it's below zero, especially in the wind, but get wrapped up, and once you start getting into it and hooking into a fish or two, it takes your mind off it, doesn't it? So we'll keep going with this one, see what happens. So that's it. Hands are getting a bit chilly, so I'm gonna get myself home, get these fish sorted out, and get to bed. Well, that was a pretty freezing cold session. Certainly the coldest I've had in many years, to be fair. It was enjoyable though. Travelled south, fished territory we'd never really fished for before, so doing a little bit of homework, making a bit of a plan and catching a few fish is always pretty satisfying, especially when it's absolutely freezing. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm just about to head out fishing now for a session, so fingers crossed there's something out there. But as always, tight lines. Thanks very much for watching. Keep fishing. We'll see you in the next one.